Hey Flutter devs! Ever wanted a sleek, modern bottom navigation bar with a gorgeous, centered floating action button notch? In this quick tutorial, we're going to build this custom look using the BottomAppBar and the circular notched rectangle. Let's dive right into the code. We'll start with a standard Flutter app. The key components here are our selected index to track the current page, the pages list containing our simple placeholder widgets, and the onItemTapped method to update the state. Inside our scaffold, we have the standard app bar, and for the body, we just display the selected page. Pages, selected index. Inside, we use an inkwell to handle the tap, and a column to stack the icon and the text label. We check if the item is selected to change its color and text weight, making the active tab pop. The magic happens in the bottom navigation bar. We wrap our BottomAppBar in a container to add a slight box shadow to give the entire navigation bar a subtle lift off the screen. The bottom app bar is what creates the shape. We set its elevation to 0 so it sits flat, and the crucial property is the shape, which we set to const CircularNotchedRectangle. This is what creates that perfect cutout for the floating action button. We also use a notch margin of 10 for some spacing. Inside the bottom app bar, we use a sized box for a fixed height, and then a row to place our 4 navigation items. Notice we use a fixed sized box with width 40 in the middle. This placeholder reserves the space exactly where our floating action button will sit, keeping our items nicely spaced. To keep things clean, we're using a helper function, buildNavItem. It takes the icon, label, and index. Now for the floating action button. We wrap the floating action button in a container to apply a beautiful gradient background and a box shadow that makes it look like it's floating. The onPress callback simply navigates to the Shop page, Index 2. Finally, to make it all come together, we set the floating action button location in the scaffold to floating action button location center docked. This is the single property that tells Flutter to center the floating action button and dock it perfectly into the BottomAppBar's notch. And there you have it, a fully functional, custom bottom navigation bar with a docked floating action button, achieved with minimal, clean code. If you found this useful, hit that like button and subscribe for more Flutter tips. Happy coding!